Hopefully you saw the short. I'll put a little thing floating up there somewhere or in the description. But I want to go into a little bit more detail about how this came about. Because for years I've been making content, literally for 4 years. And I've never really had this problem before. So let's talk about the timeline on how this went down. So I was one of the lucky ones. I didn't know that this was going on during SHOT Show. It hit me a little bit after it started hitting other bigger channels like Mr. Guns and Gear and stuff like that. So here, January 25th, 2 days for my birthday, lovely, they took this video down. Now, this one, I thought maybe the name, a little innuendo there, I thought maybe that one would be why. But they said it was teaching people how to create or modify firearms. Well, I didn't show any of that. They were borrowed guns. They were already set up. By the time I got them, I appealed. You can see appeal rejected. Whatever, that was a warning. That didn't really impact the channel until these two rolled in, which thankfully they counted as one strike, but theoretically it could have been two. This was a bolt-action rifle, like the least tactical, definitely not a so-called assault weapon. The only thing I can figure is it had a suppressor in it, but even then, I don't know. Appeal rejected there. So yeah, that's 1 day before my birthday. And this one rolled in, I think on my birthday, I can't remember. But it was a suppressor review, shot it on a few different guns. But nothing was illegal. I didn't show people how to make a suppressor. I didn't even really show them how to install it because the suppressor uses a muzzle device that has to be installed on the gun. And that was already installed prior to me filming. I just put the suppressor back on its muzzle device. So, yeah. So naturally, when the strikes started rolling in, I immediately started doing a little bit deeper dive to try to figure out just what the heck was going on. And started noticing the other gun channels were having the same issue. So I did a little chat on creator support with I think his name was Vince. I don't know. Could have been a computer for all I know. Swears up and down that they didn't change their policies. There was no retroactive enforcement of new policies. And I tried to ask that question every way I could. And very vague. It was like, well, we suggest you appeal. I was like, I tried that. You rejected those. And I was trying to get clarification. So basically, if I get another strike before April, 90 days from the other one, I will lose my ability to post for 2 weeks. Based on how this is going, I imagine that will most likely happen. Unless something has changed on their end. After that, if I get another strike, the channel's gone. They delete the channel. Your bigger YouTubers, I think over 100,000 subscribers, they have their own personal person at YouTube that they can talk to. Us little guys don't, although we did hit 14,000 subs, so that's cool. I don't have that luxury, so that's where we're at. I'm kind of waiting and seeing. I've already started migrating content to Utreon, which is probably going to be with my limited bandwidth here, internet-wise, where I do most of my uploading, if this falls. So I've learned my lesson about putting all my eggs in one basket with YouTube. It's pretty obvious they don't want us here, and by us I mean anybody that actually avails themselves of the Second Amendment. So there's that. That's great. That's a great way to start 2023. So, like I said, if they don't delete my channel, I'm going to continue uploading here too. But if they do, and also if you'd prefer to not support YouTube, which I totally get, these other platforms are good options. Now, I know somebody's going to say, well, Nick, just quit YouTube and go over there. A few things with that. One, I'm monetized on YouTube. I do make money here, and that does go directly back to the channel. So without really pushing Patreon, which I do have some Patreon supporters, that becomes an issue for funding the channel. Literally quit my job and whatnot. So this is how I fund the channel. The other part of that is reach. YouTube, just like it or not, they have the best reach. So I'm hoping one of these other platforms will take off. But that really depends on you, the viewer, and not so much us, the content creators. We can put content over there all day long. If you don't watch it over there, though, that is what it is. So go where your conscience leads on that. But yeah, if all of a sudden I quit posting or uploading or whatever, the channel just disappears, it wasn't me that took it down. I promise you that. So yay for that. Guys, stay safe, and it's a crazy ride.